forces of nature do battle, the people that live on the island of Japan get fucked over, is what happens, right? Like, you are the little man in this grand scale war. The splash damage alone kills you. Yeah. Which is why Delvit, quote-unquote Delvit, and his crew were alive, and how he had all that fancy gear. Because Delvit's hometown is a bunch of Doomsday preppers.
Oh, fuck, yeah!
Yeah, so all that fancy gear Valday had is because Delvit's village hoarded equipment.
And then they improvised when Divinity showed up.
Exactly.
There was one other thing I forgot to mention. There was, like, the only way they could keep track of time, because there was no sun or moon. Because the god of the sun and the moon was dead. Which is why I was surprised that there were stars. Because I thought that would also go away if the god of
stars, you mean dead bodies in the sky?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's crazy.
Anyways, speaking of stars, in quotation mark, the way they would keep track of time is a comet would pass by routinely every single day, in quotation marks. It was weird. It didn't, like, come in and then be there and then fade out like a comet normally would. No, it would just suddenly, like, appear, be there for a period of time, and then dip. And I could not tell at all what the fuck that was. And I was really hoping it would pop up on other people's things and be like, oh, it's like a commonality between everyone. It's like an overlapping thing. Did not appear. No fucking clue what that is.
It was like comets when you normally see them in real life and in the setting. Like, you know, we all know what a comet more or less looks like. No, the comet that Morgan saw and the one that they used to keep track of day cycles in that world appears suddenly, like teleporting, warping in from FTL travel, like sci-fi style, and it leaves the same way. Right, so I think is this GIF working? This might not be the best GIF.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, so like you see that warp travel that these things engage in, they just sort of disappear. Something like that. No, it's not a commonality. That's special to that setting.
That's special. No fuck clue what it is.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's wild. So. I don't have the NPC stuff done yet, as I disclosed to you guys before we hopped into it, or as we were rolling into things today. I'll get you guys those shortly. I'm curious to see which NPCs survived. I don't even know yet, so I have all their sources right here. Some of them are interesting.
All of them, please.
I think the most
all of us survived.
I think Garth asked me about that. If we all survived, all the NPCs survived? No, I'm not guaranteeing that, because I want your guys' NPC survivals to be points of how much you've invested and like helped an NPC, not their survival rate is based upon your survival rate. No, if you guys ditched an NPC this entire fucking time, the likelihood of them dying should be significantly higher than the NPC you guys have been like assisting for the entire time.
I'm so concerned about America's health now. Oh wait, no, Sajara's interact with America. Never mind.
It's crazy.
I'm still kind of concerned.
I will tell you the two weirdest settings. One of them, because I said you guys are free to grab from other tabletop RPG and stuff like that, right? One of them, as their setting, is the Avatar world.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Oh, cool.
Avatar: Last Airbender. We gonna talk about Korra?
Nope.
The other one has the Star Wars world.
Oh.
Ah.
Wait, so when I was asking, I asked you after our session if there was like a Star Wars tabletop RPG, and you're like, yeah, I think.
So
he lied as easily as he breathed.
So this horror thing that we don't talk about, that's fan fiction, right? That's some...
Honestly, I would write it off as that. I wouldn't be surprised if there was better fan fiction than The Legend of Korra.
Oh, probably. It's on like Wattpad or some shit.
We're gonna talk about. Let's see. Other sources are the Blackwatch setting, which isn't surprising. The one of the games I used to run a long time ago. We have Soup, the Monster of the Week thing. Alec ran. We have the new setting, my new Friday setting. I make that two things I used to run before. One from my steampunk setting. Well, that's pretty fun. Yeah, so a lot of different takes on this. A lot of different takes.
Source.
Oh, I hate that sentence because you might not be wrong.
I mean, Korra sets a pretty low bar, so I'm just saying, and not surprising.
Like, it has so much promise in some parts, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, this is it's gonna be interesting. I will be rolling for pivotal points for them and stuff like that. So, I will say, Alec isn't here, so he can't disclose it. The flower did say they all live. The one that Niall was playing around with.
Mhm.
They live, they die, they live, they die. It ended on they live.
Hey.
Ha! Woo!
One other thing that Alec isn't here to disclose. I don't know if he wanted to do it himself, but I'll do it because he's not here. It sucks. He didn't meet Pharos, right? He was there. He's the Archon of Victory in the Spine Prophet he was on. And Pharos sort of handed off his divinity to Axios, the Farseer, the Victor's Farseer, which is the Seer or the Soothsayer class, which is fucking great. So Pharos, I'll ask him, what does Pharos do? Now that he's done that, he's like, oh, he could go to this world's version of Olympus and just hang out there in court. And I'm like, do you think a warrior like him would do that? He's like, nah, that sort of suck. So I was like, okay. Here's the thing, because you guys saw Pharos back at the party behind Alexander. So I was like, because he brought up the idea. I'm bringing it right now. Yeah, it was a Theros. Well, it's a Theros or sub equivocal. Yeah. Alec told me before we did any of the Aspirant Pass kicked off, he's like, hey, remember how I said that time where I wasn't there and everyone had to fight the Chthonic Groundskeeper and the NPCs were in the repository? And I was like, hey, can I sacrifice Alexander to make sure the NPCs live? He told me the same thing before the Aspirant Pass kicked off. He's like, can I sacrifice Alexander to make sure NPCs survive? And I'm like, we'll come back to that. Because you might just be dead, right? How you gamble life that you don't have.
Yeah.
So I ran back to that option with him, except now instead of gambling, I was like, you do have Pharos. So Pharos is able to help one person. I don't know who he's gonna help, but he can help one person, an NPC. Because he is the Archon of Victory, so who better, right? Who better?
I was very lucky to have Khan with me.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna say this right now. If Fred's thing sounded easier, the damage output those traps and spells were doing would have probably annihilated him. If you didn't have Khan and his anti-mage spell resistance aura, you would have eaten around 300 or not, maybe 3, 200 something damage.
Oh
yeah,
in total for across all the traps.
Yeah,
we took very strategic and necessary short rests to top off as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so Khan definitely helped. Double still the propane.
Oh yeah,
propane.
If I had been alone,
propane.
It would have probably been first death on our count.
It would have been a really sad way to end the streak, huh?
Oh, Cop's up.
Real sad way.
Cop, you should name your name.
Cop, thank you for the assist.
Yeah, that'd be known Cop / because again, your dreamers aren't 1-to-1 to you. But Cop and his dreamer are canon in the setting now, so yeah, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Khan mentioned that he was part of the Black Force while we
Black Watch.
Sorry, Black Watch. The Black Force is our setting.
Black Force is ours. That's our word. That's our word.
Black Watch.
Black Watch.
Can't have it. It's ours.
Yeah. So he did mention that.
Yeah. The person you saw through the rift was Amber and Clint.
Oh, it was Clint. I had a feeling it was Clint, but you know.
Whether or not that's the actual, that's not the actual Clint. In fairness, Amber met Clint. I think I already told this to Alec and Garth. The night before we set out, Clint went to bed. He doesn't really sleep properly anymore. He just sees weird shit, right? And the thing is, when you see a bunch of weird visions, the vivid hallucinations that Clint has, how do you know which one's real, right? And especially in the dreaming city sort of scenario, how the fuck do you know that's real, right? So he just assumed his time talking with Amber and doing all this nightmarish shit is just another vision. He doesn't think it's real. Saturday campaign, we know it's real. Don't worry about it.
But you treat this with seriousness?
I will say Amber is 100% going to steal, quote unquote, steal stuff from Clint, because that's a total Amber move. No, the thing Amber, if she survives, her thing is, because who knows, I need to roll for it. If Amber lives, she's probably gonna have some gadgetry from the Black Watch.
Like a
UT. like a UT unit, where like the Attack on Titan like zipline. She's totally because their thing is taking place in Quint's quote unquote nightmare that he saw a long time ago back in the Velcourts, and the Velcourts has a shit ton of ziplines. So one would imagine the UT is perfect for a place like that. So that's probably how they dodged around a lot of hazards. So she's like, man, this is really cool. How do I hey, how does this work? Just asking for a friend.
No reason.
No reason. So yeah, she's probably gonna end up stealing information. And when I say stealing, I'm not saying physically steal the UT off him. I mean Amber stealing abstract concepts and information. So, that'll be fun.
I wanted to ask, by the way, Crash,
What's up?
The lake, the cathedral-looking tower in the lake, was that a red herring?
Sort of yes, sort of no. There was another thing down there that could have gotten you to your quote-unquote to your goal. That being said, it would not have been automatically as visible like the augmentative training hall. So you would have had to have grabbed success from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah,
and you also would have been attacked by a bunch of bigger fish.
Yeah,
there's that big fish that was chasing you. Well, it's not a fish, but that big creature that was chasing you, and then another creature that was going to go kill that one, and then there's another creature that would go kill that one. There's always a bigger fish.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So
I don't even.
I don't
think
know.
I
wouldn't constitute you want the right or wrong approach. You just want a different one.
Yeah.
Right? Because let's say you didn't get Vin's approval. Right? If you didn't say the right answer right then and there, you guys would have had to go through so many more traps and bandits.
Wouldn't have
and then that would have caught the attention. That would have caught the attention of the mutants, the mutated experiments as well.
Yeah.
Right. So you had a very critical moment knowing what that item was before like anything.
Yes, indeed. I don't even think I would have been able to navigate successfully without having gone along with my shitty ass rolls.
You guys were rolling very poorly for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should have seen it because we all know Sajar doesn't have good perception. Neither does Khan. So every time I ask perception rolls to be rolled, it's like, all right, you got a 7, you got a 4. All right, anyways,
similar.
Okay, moving on. I'm like, man, you guys are really similar in how shit you are.
My God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Good shit.
So that is all we're gonna do today. Again, we're down Alec, and I definitely want to resume this. One, when we have more time. Two, when we have everyone here. Right. That being said, let's talk design notes and stuff like that. While I have you all here at gunpoint, of course. As I said, the items. I'll probably send an alert out in Nexus Link, but I'm gonna tell you guys verbally right now. Yeah, whatever item you guys want to imbue with power, or rather consolidate its power, or whatever you want to. Depends on the item. Type it over me in your DMs and our private chats. Right. For Anushka, you have like the Sun Shard. Technically, you also could get the crossbow that not Nesty had, Seton had.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. If you pick your arm, nothing will happen before you ask. Like you can't like. I already consulted with what happens when someone were to lose a limb, and he's given me some very fun information and insights. Thank you very much,
I'd like to know.
But I would say you need immediate medical attention.
Yeah, I figured that. When you said
right,
that
not like disregarding reattaching your arm.
Yeah,
you just outright need immediate medical attention.
Yeah, I know. Everyone will be dropping in, like,
time we're gonna ask the Lord, hey.
I know.
No, it's not asking at that point. It's like she's fucking dying, mate.
Yeah,
I know.
Just so I can prepare all of you for. I described it to Kirsty. It will be a combination. Imagine a triangle of, what was it? Alchemy, magic, and medical knowledge. The less you have of one, the more you need of the other two. Right? Even if you have all the alchemy and magic in the world, if you don't know how an arm fucking works, you can. Okay, congratulations, you've now made a mutant, maybe sentient arm. Cool. Nice. You need to still have some of it to substitute, but yeah, like you can't go nothing on them. But yeah. I don't think you guys have immense medical knowledge amongst your characters, unfortunately. So that So that your guys' NPCs are definitely got to help with that front. When it comes to magic and alchemy, wait, magic only. Silas says. Let's just hope your NPCs do well, right?
Yeah. She's just gonna collapse and be like.
I just saw what
cut out so hard.
Get you better learn pistols jump.
Damn, it sucks for you.
You only got one hand.
Yeah, literally. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, we did so well, guys," and then Anushka's just gonna drop in like a fucking sack of potatoes.
Yeah. You could also explore the
fine,
vines.
Christy.
The vines that help you connect your arm to your body. That's also an option if you want like some sort of nature-y based arm.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Other people have brought up like
Ooh.
prosthetics,
Rubber
automail, if we want to use a full terms.
Yeah.
Like again, let me temper the expectation. Like everyone, like the first one to those of you that know her is Lena. Lena was a commander of the Expeditionary Force in the previous colonial campaigns. She had an entire R&D division work on her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the brightest minds around. So don't expect your arm to be anywhere as cool as that because unless you got an R&D division in your pocket.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hey,
literally,
Kirsty,
like,
so for your second aspirant path feat.
give me arm. Yeah.
So
I think
okay.
like once you just gonna go for whatever's the most practical solution. I think that would be like her.
It just reattaching your
That'll be
arm is
Literally,
definitely the best
just
one.
literally just reattach the arm,
We'll just
please.
see a regeneration, I suppose. Was it your dominant
regeneration
arm?
could work. Yeah. What's up?
Was it your dominant arm?
Fucking hope not. I think it
It
was
would
the
have been
left
your.
one.
It would be your left one.
Yeah, I think it was the left one. Yeah, I remember that. 'Cause I remember like when we were doing that, I'm like doing the fucking pose with like the bloody charge and everything. So I think I remember that. Yeah.
We'll chug you full of potions and pray, I guess.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh wait, hold on. Are we gonna come back out the door in the same order we went in, or like in the order that we did our
Temple, no?
things?
You guys are at the temple.
Ah,
Yeah, so you guys will regroup at the temple. You guys aren't exiting out the door immediately.
gotcha. Okay.
You guys get to get a little walk around the place. Neil can give you a little tour. There were some refreshments over there, some popcorn. Unfortunately, not a surgery room or an operating table. Sorry.
I'd like
Yeah.
to find
Tourniquets? No.
out
Shit.
if fucking.
So
if
let's
Isadora
speed this up just a
survived or
little
not. We
bit.
gotta
Like,
find out.
As far as my medical knowledge is, when you lose a limb, your body actually contracts the shit out of the stump. So you actually don't lose, like you don't die as easily by exsanguination, which is which you would think would happen when you're missing a limb, but actually doesn't as much as you would think. You're certainly still bleeding. Don't get me wrong, but
Your body's ready for it.
yeah, your body's like tensing up for it.
Yeah,
And
it's not
obviously,
like you're
being
just
our
blood hose.
local medical expert, he is free to contradict me anytime, and I trust his insights.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Body's a weird flesh puppet, isn't it?
Yeah, that they do
Meat
be.
suit.
You could have joined with Abram, though. That would have been sick. You would have gotten vampiric power.
awesome.
You would have failed your aspiring path and been stuck in that world, but you know, it would have been cool.
Wait a minute, sorry, I completely just missed what you said there. What did you say?
Yeah, you could have joined Abram. Because there's no guns in that. There are no guns in that setting.
Ugh, no, bleh.
Yeah, yours was the only... Well, that's the thing. You would have been the expert on firearms because you would have been the only one with firearms. That's why he wanted to keep you around, because he's just like, you have an interesting gadget. I mean, I can like, we can do this the easy way, where you could just tell me how the gadget is and stuff like that, or I could kill you and bring you back, and then we do it the hard way.
That was the vibes I was getting from him. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
he's
whatever,
a bit of a gentleman. He offered, didn't he? He offered.
He did. He offered. Yeah, he offered.
Yeah.
With the remains of the person that was helping her and was her.
Just alternate Nesty.
Alternate Nesty.
No one important to you.
No, not important to me at all. Yeah, just him back in the days when he was still young.
Oh yeah, I actually have his token. To those of you that want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? Yep. This is what Nesty looked like in his prime.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
That's a good
handsome
arm.
Aragorn type.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
What is
Yeah,
this
'cause
like
we got
measurement thing that's here? It's a little.
These
dot there.
these have been bugging out. Like it's a new feature because they just added in the cones. If you have the beta, you can see
Right.
cone stretch, cone measures and stuff like that now. But it's a bit bugged right now where it doesn't go away. I don't know, like even if you're like,
Great.
yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
they literally just rolled it out. I think we were
did it,
playing
like,
around with
day
it,
we had
Fred.
a thing.
Yeah, I think it dropped the night of Wait, no, you were
Yeah,
before
it-
Fred. You were
No, it
before
was mine.
Fred,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. Yeah, my bad. I got flipped. Yeah,
It
so
was up when I was.
yeah. All right, stop playing with it.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
I would
I
say another point, and I know Kirsty, you and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, let's not go down that rabbit hole too much because you might just die,
exactly. Yeah.
right? And I was just like, we're just like, let's not practice a sunk cost fallacy by initiating the potential sunk cost now. Let's just hold it. Yeah, if you guys want to do any, I guess call them tweaks and stuff like, okay, 2 points, 2 prongs on this. Aspiring features. If you guys want to do any tweaks, or hell, if you want to redesign the whole fucking thing, you are free to do so. The obvious catch of this is I'm not going to wait an entire month for it this time. After having gone down your aspiring path, you guys are free to tweak your feature. You just have to get it to me by next Saturday. You have 1 week.
Okay.
Right, because I figured this would be what happens, which is why I sort of put this feather in my cap, arrow in the quiver, car in the back pocket, whatever you want to call it. I figured people would want to do some adjustments, right? So I think for you, Kirsty, I said you get expanded crit range on your death saves on 19 and 20.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Which there's a certain Scald subclass that has it called a Glory, I believe, that has something similar.
Yes. You said that at the time. Yeah. I forgot about that. Christ, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, because I think that fits for
Write
someone
it
that's
down.
persistent, right? Someone that like tries to persevere even in face of death.
Yep.
Right? I think that tracks. I will be crafting up a Death Defier trait, similar to like when you guys had the fair ones, the fair one title when you guys go the ghoul, something like that, right? It's like a company-wide boon, stuff like
It's
that.
not +1 con, but it's like +1. I think it was a physical thing.
Yeah, plus one physical thing. I think I gave you like a list. I think it was like one or the other, and maybe one mental thing. Whatever. That's besides the point. So yeah, there is that. And if you so that's prong number 1 is tinkering, retinkering, redrafting your aspiring features. You have a week. Prong number 2 is if you guys have any redesigns, rebuilds, if you want to call it that, for your characters, now is the time to do them as well, because there's no better time to do it. What I mean by that, I'm gonna use congratulations, Kirsty, you're getting called to the front of the class, sucker.
Oh no.
Like you and I talked about this prior, right? This is nothing new to you.
Yeah,
right?
we did.
Like what is and Garth, you and I talked about this for Morgan. This was a long time ago, though. Like the type of character you guys set out, like the type of character you guys enter the campaign with in mind, versus the characters now. Is that still holding true to what you wanted? Because again, similar to I'd rather kill the build and keep the character. No one tell Alec I said this, or else he's gonna kill off Alessander and get a second character as he does in every other fucking campaign.
Another Alessander.
Yeah, so I know for Anushka, like you are a ranger, but also you definitely lean into a lot of the gun aspects of that. So it's like a big question, like why didn't you just play a gunner then, or a multi-class or something like that? So
Yeah.
something for your consideration. Like I don't have judgment one way or the other in terms of like I think this one is mechanically better. I only bring it up because like it's butting heads in narrative, right? Like, are you the ranger more or are you the gunner more? If you're the gunner more, then how are you the ranger class? And like, right? It's like I am a barbarian, but my character is like utterly quiet. I sneak around everywhere. I am a criminal in the criminal underworld. And everyone's like, "You're a barbarian? Are you sure you're not a rogue? You sure, bud?" It's like that, right? Like the way you play the character versus what they're actually mechanically designed for. If they conflict, then it doesn't make much sense. Real Conan hours. Okay, listen, Conan is like a multi-class, bro.
Conan hit different. Conan's
Conan's
like
a fucking multi-class, right? Like, I know for a fucking fact Conan's a multi-class. I don't know what, but he definitely is, all right? So yeah, that is something I want to bring to all your guys' attention. It's like go have a big thunk, and like, is the character I set out to be the character I want them to be? Haha, want to be something they aspire to be, one might say. Am I on the right track? Am I in the right spot for it? So on, right? Because again, this is the time to incorporate that in a perfect narrative way. Exactly in the same way that it also explains why Deed is gone, right? It just works out very well. Rogue Barbarian of high charisma, and Conan had an inspiring leader. There's no way he did. All the people.
Yeah.
All the people. Team Busters. Yeah, he's
a charming son of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
probably has some Battle Master in there. But yeah, I'll bring that to all of your guys' attention. So yeah, that's really it. Again, send me over the items that you guys want to imbue with narrative importance and stuff like that. One other thing, which is only applicable to some of you, although you guys all did survive, which is very good. Very, 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 very good. I think I told it to a couple of you. Nina, I know you're definitely amongst that number. The worlds you guys entered into are dead worlds, dead timelines, if we want, as a term I've stolen from O in his Saturday game. Timelines which are invaded by the Nightmare Imperium, because they don't need to put in physical troops or anything to influence a world. They can just make the world a worse place in a cosmic, subtle way. Culture begins to become more violent or terrible. People become more pessimistic as overall. Insanity rates go up if I want to grab from H.P. Lovecraft. Stuff like that. The world you guys in are nightmare, corrupted, invaded, dead timelines. That being said, I think it is perfectly fitting and thematic if you guys, as aspirants, turn around a dead timeline. You put a spark back in the world. I'm not saying that's a guaranteed thing. Just because you put a spark in the world doesn't mean it's going to begin catch and begin growing into a fire. No. But at least there's something there. I think... well, let's have some rolls for it. Kirsty, Anushka, roll me a D100. Your DC is definitely harder than other people's, because if Seton didn't die, then probably would have been better, but about that.
So about that 80 fucking 9.
Yeah, so your world is probably saying a dead timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Nina, you and I already rolled. You brought the concept of music to your world. So maybe in due time, the little girl will become a bard.
Oh.
Temska.
Nice.
Temska might become a bard.
Bard with a pan flute. Let's go.
Alice Sanders, I think Alec made I didn't think about it at the time, but I think it's a very perfect thing, and he even set up his entire description around it. Axios was never meant to be anything so great. He made Axios a divine power in his world. His world is turning around. Right?
Nice.
We'll come back to that later, along with Temska. Morgan, you definitely brought the concept of peace in the world, and defeating the Watcher definitely helps put that in good stride. Roll me... Actually, did you already roll a D100 at the end?
I don't think so. And I don't have something written down.
I'm gonna trust my memory then and say I don't think we did. In fact, this was late. Roll me a D100. Yeah, your DC is easier, better than Kirsty's, but you can still roll badly.
Haha, loser. I shouldn't say that.
Shut
But now you jinxed it. Now you just jinxed it.
I hope you fail.
Eat it!
I hate you. I actually fucking hate you.
Why did it do the double? Oh, because you put the prompts in on it.
Yeah, it's the new thing with the dice roller thing. It does that for some reason.
What? Where? Probably some exo coding-esque thing. Okay, so there's a chance that your world might turn around as well. Interesting. Especially with Valde alive. Delvit.
Yeah. I mean, Valde. I mean, Delvit. Valde.
We'll come back to that as well. So Temska, Axios, and Valde. Now, as for Sajar, as for that world, I don't think you left too much of an impact on it. No. One way or the other. So I think yours also stays a dead timeline, potentially. I think Christian... I don't know if you caught it or not. She was totally trying to flirt with Khan the entire time. But,
oh, yeah, no, I caught that.
yeah, when he was like, I'll be back, and she was like, oh, sweet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lie. That was a goddamn lie. It's a goddamn lie. That being said, roll me a D100.
Just sitting there like,
roll me a D100 anyways, Fred, because if maybe you didn't, but maybe Isadora did.
Or, maybe Han left an impression and we extract Kirsten.
He actually did go back, and that woman was pregnant now.
Ooh, a 24?
Ooh.
Okay.
The upper 25%?
Okay, then that's something to work with. Okay. So we'll put a feather in our cap then. Arrow in our quiver, tool in the toolbox. Interesting. I don't know how that interacted with Gone. I'm going to go through Isadora's thing. I have some checkpoints, some events happening already in it, but I need to populate the in-betweens. Almost like a storyboard. Actually, that's what I'm basically going to be doing for all these people in Stormbirds. Anyways.
So it's the only one that failed. The one where the hero got his heart ripped out and Anushka lost an arm.
You definitely had a hard time of it.
I mean, hey, we made it though.
Yeah, you're alive. Yeah,
Also, I gotta say, I keep forgetting to mention, but the fucking the way you were telling your aspirant path, I was on the fucking edge the whole time. I was like, okay, is she dead? Is she alive?
You're getting shot out of the air into a murderous field of hay. It's like, what?
I was like, Kirsty, you need to get to the point because I'm dying here. I want to know.
At least that's something then. Yeah.
And then Fred did his
Question mark.
classic thing of being an author and just made it enticing the entire time.
That's very, very tranquil to listen to.
I didn't get a chance to say it before he left, but Alec did a wonderful job as well.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he did absolutely.
He'll be back later. Just remember to tell him then.
I'm gonna forget, but
Everyone that's around still try to remember for her. So on the point of Temska, Axios, and Valde, quote unquote Valde, Delvit. I have made it no secret. I think I probably talked to us back when Ninja was still here. At the end of this campaign, I am more than ready and accepting for otherworldly figures to be called upon, summoned like Elden Ring style. Right? I will say, if Silas, you summon in an older Temska who's like an accomplished like bard, that's fair game. Axios, who literally fucking catches lightning and can see the fucking future.
Here's the
Which,
thing.
it's like, it fits. And Valde would be interesting too, because he is Delva, but he's also not Delva. He's a non-sickly Delva that was raised in his village.
Yeah, he's a different person.
He basically is a different person, but he's also sort of the same.
There was one thing I was thinking about when I had, might as well just click on this thing. The unwavering defensive line. After we went through that whole thing, I was like, wait, what if it's like Valde and Smoldering Suns, and they just pop up in there along with the Banner Brothers? I was like, that'd be cool. But it sounds like you have a different idea, so we'll just swing with that one.
I think rolling with the Banner Brothers is the Brothers of Respite rather is probably the better call, because Valde and them are going to have their own thing.
They're a whole different kettle of fish.
But that'll be something interesting. It's all fun and games until you start calling upon like Black Watchmen. I summoned Captain Maven to the field. Oh God! Wait! He's slaughtering everyone. Wait.
Indifferent of who they are. Oh God!
No. We all know the winning pick would be Riker because he's a buy one get one special.
He inspires you by holding the gun to the back of your head.
Excuse me.
He also summons a bunch of copies himself. So stonks. Donks. But yeah, that'll be something for way later. Because really, I described to you guys as like, hey, Act 1, it was like, it ended with you guys dealing with the Enlighteners. This is basically the end of Act 2.
Ooh.
There's more than 3 acts, as you can tell. So
level up?
Welcome to the next chapter. Your level up is your aspirant feature.
That's what I figured. I was looking at the title cards the other day, and I was like, it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
But also we're doing the aspirant stuff. So...
Correct. Yeah, and again, you have the free to tweak your aspirant stuff if you guys so see fit. Just do it in a week. Or rebuild. And then in the meantime, I guess I'll have to be figuring out what happened to your NPCs. Let's see who lived and who died. I'm probably gonna be using the Daggerheart system. Yeah, I was writing it out earlier this morning. I had to wake up to do prep. And I was writing it out, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many of them. I was like, there's so many NPCs I had to go through.
20 people.
No, this is including Isadora 14. I actually forgot Oscar, Vincent, and Violet for my first run, and I was like, no, I'm missing people. Who am I missing? And I was like, wait, Alec made that list from before, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's who I'm forgetting. Yeah. Oscar, I don't have the location for Oscars yet. That's the only one I'm hung up on. Yeah, Violet's is good. Vincent's is interesting. Zol's, we already know Zol. Zol's is the soup people. Well, technically, Sergeant Curse, but whatever. Same difference.
They could be there for flavor text.
I'm low key. I'm probably gonna give Zol because Zol's like he's not a joke character. He's a funny character, but not a joke character. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Someone give that notification over to Jordan. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Not really.
Ow.
I'm gonna give Zol a semi-similar thing to what Josh had, where he could just start pulling normal mundane objects, right? So like when Zol's like, because Zol is like the guy, he's like the normal guy. So it's just so he's the most normal guy in the group. So thusly, he will grab in power from the most quote unquote supernaturally normal guy from the other group.
Hey.
So now Zol is just like, man, I wish I had a. Oh shit! I got some almonds in my pack. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Man, it's like I'm real third. Oh, I got some water left in here.
Nice. I guess I'll never
Oh my
starve again.
god.
They get locked in prison. It's like, man, I wish I had a lot. Hey, wait a second.
No, it would probably be items of utter mundane convenience.
Yeah.
Right? So like you can't just like,
That's great.
oh man, we had a 9th level spell. Oh shit, no, it has to be like utterly mundane objects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At best, it's those like common magic items that you see lists of. I would imagine, where it's like, oh, it's a fucking
Nah.
walking stick, but it turns into a sword.
No, nothing like that.
Cool. So he's completely mundane. Nice.
Just like
Yeah, because he's the most normal
I
guy.
love it. I love it.
He's just a dude.
He's a
Just
fella
a dude, yeah.
with just a roll of coins in his pocket.
I love that
Oh, well.
so much.
Yeah.
Up until Zol dies and is when I rolled all the shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deet is gone. Zol's not blind. So that's gonna be rough.
What if we pop his eyes out?
It could work.
I mean, one
feel like
loses an
he'll
arm,
still
one loses an
know.
eye. No. Trust me, he can only see.
Yeah. I think that's how it works.
Captain. Yeah, I could see it.
Oh well. On that note, anyway, I think I'm gonna head off to bed 'cause it's almost 12. But
Alright.
Good night, Kirsty.
that was
Night.
fun.
You know,
Good night. Glad
Thanks
you
for sharing your
lived, even though you have
story.
one less arm.
I know, right? It's gonna be fun. Okay.
the arm is just a side quest. It's fine.
I
Arms
know,
are
not-
temporary. Life is forever.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited, Ash. I want to see what's gonna happen. Like, is she just gonna bleed out on the floor? Like, that'll be funny. all of that trauma just to die.
At the very least, Status won't let you
I-
drop to 0 that fast. My god.
I
At
do
the
have a
very
question.
least,
She's already
nothing
sort
else.
of at 0. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're not looking hot.
Magical life
I
support.
do have a question.
I'm not the best at it, but
How many like healing potions did everyone use during their thing? Because we
None.
had a
I
bunch.
think like all
None?
of them.
Oh,
3?
I didn't have them for 90% of them.
Okay,
Ditto.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
okay.
And
Nothing
I
not
had mine at the end,
end.
and I fucking used them, and I needed them.
I used mine and then immediately got ganked, and then used more.
They kept
Okay,
you alive though.
It worked.
No, they
Yes, go to
absolutely
bed, go to
did.
bed.
Well,
Good night.
yeah.
Good
Almost.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
I'll stop.